Okay, here we are. Number 1 versus number 2. Notre Dame versus Boise State. I am excited, and let's go. Let's do this. All right. Fighting Irish Faithful is back. I am so excited to podcast tonight, everybody. It's not because the Yankees lost. Sorry, Coach. Couldn't resist. My 2 favorite college football teams are playing this Saturday in my favorite stadium in America. Not the Blue Field, Notre Dame Stadium. So, Notre Dame, ranked 3rd in Sagarin, is facing off against the Boise State Broncos. Very excited about that. A little history about that at the end of the show of why I'm a Boise State fan as far as like my second favorite love. But yes, I'm Joe at faithful_Irish on the X, part of Dos Leprechauns Media. This is the Fighting Irish Faithful, episode 10 of season 6, volume 162 of all time. And my mood is definitely lighter and brighter and happier, that's for sure, compared to where it was last week or even 2 weeks ago, right? Like, we were still looking for a win. We finally climbed back up to 500. And the way we did it the last 2 games, and especially against Arkansas, and we'll break all that down here coming up for you, we kicked their ass. Oh my gosh, we whipped that ass. Oh, they were terrible, and we looked awesome. So we will talk about that. And the song is by Melon, by the way. Farewell My Hell. Because not only is it up and cool, but I think we can officially say farewell to the hell. I mean, we could always shit the bed, of course. God forbid. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore. And we'll jump ahead right away to this little bit here, to teamrankings.com. I know I have that kicking around here somewhere. Oh, there's some recruiting stuff. Teamrankings.com right now, from the get-go, now, for the first time, is saying the statistically most likely outcome for Notre Dame in the regular season is to go 10-2. And that is awesome. It's all we can do. A lot of people above us have to lose for us to make the playoffs. Honestly, if we make the playoffs, I am going to be ecstatic, even if we're a visiting team. So happy about that. Thank you, everyone who's joining us, people who are joining us live. We got Mike Sloan, who was our sound check man first. We'll bring you on since I will see you on Saturday. Mike Sloan, come off mute. What's up, brother?
Oh, man, the time is here. The week is here.
It is
look
here.
Forward to it. Last year, it is game week for all the guys here on X meeting up. I can't wait. Going to have a good time. Coach will be there. I know a bunch of us leaving out Friday, get into town Friday evening, and meet up with you clowns Saturday morning and just have a hell of a time.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll jump a little bit to that. We'll probably be a little light because of the wild card going on right now. But we are. I will be there. Mike Sloan will be there. Coach Barsegian. Many other people of the faithful. Jay, AJ, etc. At least people sitting immediately with me. Obviously, we have our other friends. Jason. I know you'll be there. Dr. Abby, etc. Fivers will be with us. He won't be on tonight, but I do have his. I actually figured out how to put his stuff up on the thing today. But yes, we will be there. So the details, if anyone is listening, anyone wants to hang out, say hi. I will sign autographs. That's fine. Probably not, but you get my point. I do not have a stadium pass because I don't donate enough, and I don't have a North Lot pass. Because this game was too hot at the time. So I do have a white field pass, so that's not great, but it is what it is, unless someone can sneak me into the stadium lot. But we're aiming to arrive at 9:30 at Whitefield Park there. And we're meeting up with some other people who are going to like be Ubering and parking on grass and stuff. So we're probably going to stay there. But we'll definitely leave, be able to make the player walk, around that 1 o'clock time frame. And then from there, after player walk, probably head out to the stadium lot, hit up the Dos Leprechauns tailgate and whatnot. So really excited to see our friends. And we're gonna have adequate assortment of beverages, including Jameson, Mike Sloan's favorite beer IPA, probably, brats, burgers, the kind of the usual stuff. Dots Pretzels is still not sponsoring me, which sucks, but they actually did respond when I asked once. So that's that. So Mike Sloan, really excited for 2 years in a row to hang out with you and go to a game. Hopefully some fool from God knows where doesn't try to rumble with us,
Well, if he's out there and he's listening, he better check himself, because we will put him in his place. It's not nothing for us to have to just beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, we might have to have an international incident if that's the case.
I tell you, I'm looking forward to it. We're definitely in a lot better mood than we were a couple weeks ago.
Oh God,
things are on the up and up.
I mean, I thought we'd lose to fucking Purdue and Arkansas, and I'm glad I was wrong.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know a lot of you've seen the coach for Boise had a lot of praise for the team, which is good. And
Spencer Danielson
starting to get a little respect back. Some of the analysts and media even starting to, I guess, take notice of quarterback situation, running back situation, defense starting to look a little bit better.
Recognize, motherfuckers.
Still have some things to clean up and work on, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And 10-2 isn't out of the realm of
No, it's definitely within our grasp, and we are within our control now to make that the way the season ends up. But right now we're 2-2, and we're just looking for 3-2, and let's get past the Boise State Broncos. And I have to say this is definitely a team that, though we are favored by, what's the spread? When I checked earlier today, it was 17.5 in Notre Dame's favor. I think we're going to beat that based off of the Arkansas and the Purdue game, and just how much loaded, stacked talent we have. And we'll get to the numbers in the spreadsheet here, but high level, to respond to Mike here, I don't want us to underestimate Boise, because many teams have done this. Oregon has done this in the past. Va-Tech has done this in the past. Everyone remembers Oklahoma from the 2007 Fiesta Bowl, right? Statue of Liberty play, that whole bit. Do not underestimate the Boise State Broncos, and that is one of the reasons why I love them.
And surely to God, the team and the coaches by now have learned not to take any team lightly. Don't overlook a team looking ahead, a week or two beyond where you're at. Go in every game focused, mad, handle business.
Yeah.
Don't turn into another Marshall or NIU or whatever.
Nope. We already had that.
Backs are against the wall, and there is zero room for mistakes and errors from here on out. And it's going to be a scrap to get the 10-2 and hope that a few things shake up for us down the road and we can get back to the playoffs.
I mean, with every we won't play the audio again, but with every inch we fight for that inch. We claw out, with the Al Pacino, any given Sunday speech, right? We have to fight for all those inches. Fortunately, in the Arkansas game, it wasn't much of a fight. I mean, it wasn't even halftime, and their fans are already leaving. I mean, it's like, we haven't even finished communion here, for the Catholic people who who recognize people leaving early. I'm talking about. It's like, where are you going? Judas left early too. No, so
that was definitely I guess you could call it a statement win.
Game. I think Red Snapper called it a litmus game. Kind of a litmus test of who is this Notre Dame team. And fuck, if that's who Notre Dame is, sign me up, man. Sign me up. Pour the scotch. Pass the scotch.
You see the potential. You see, what they can be. And, our thing now is we just wish we would have had that game 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
nothing we can do about it now. Just hope to get back.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I would love to somehow get back in the playoffs and have
It'd be
a
so
rematch
great.
with Miami.
Well, and it's like it's very promising. It's like we're only going to get better from this. I mean, we could get worse. We could slide. I don't think that's going to happen. The team has definitely hit a stride against Arkansas, a team that, quite frankly, had a ton of stats that were in their favor, right? So I mean, gee whiz, check this out. So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that. Look at all this yellow and green in this column here. That was the Arkansas game, and you look at it this week now for the Boise game. I mean, for crying out loud. Whoa, that's really zoomed in. Okay, I don't know what happened there. My bad. But yeah, there's a lot more yellow and green, especially at the bottom here for Notre Dame. So I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy Fighting Irish faithful. Mike, when are you departing the homeland to head to South Bend?
I am trying to get on the road at least by 7:30 Friday morning. That should put me staying in Elkhart. That should put me up there around 2 to 2:30, depending on how many stops and this and that. Hopefully that's the game plan, but you know how it goes. You always plan on it, and an hour later you're still planning on it. You know,
right? Yeah. Well, if I may make a recommendation, if you get off at the normal South Bend exit and you drive straight in, it will take you straight into Whitefield. Now, I don't know this. I cannot speak with authority on this. But if I find out, I will text you as soon as I possibly can. In the past, you could just roll up into Whitefield and pay cash, and they would let you park there. I don't know if Notre Dame will let you do that anymore because of, pre-tickets and e-ticketing or whatever it is now. So I really don't know if you need a pass in Whitefield anymore, like what I purchased, months ago when I got the tickets. So I will let you know. If not, in that neighborhood north of that, off of Juniper, etc., there usually is someone that you can park on someone's lawn if you dollar bills tend to help, right?
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, that helped out last year getting in the lot. So hopefully I can take advantage of that situation again if somebody needs a little something in their pocket. You know what I mean?
That's right. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I may have to also, I think there's also since more people are going cashless, someone who I know, a coworker who went up to that country concert, right? I don't even know who was playing, right? That's how committed I am. But they ended up using some sort of app, like a parking app or whatever that someone had set up. I don't know the details, but that might be out there too. Some third party app that Notre Dame doesn't use, for parking on someone's lawn or something. So anyway, those are the logistics. That's what we got right now, but Notre Dame's looking good, feeling good. And I assume, you clearly want them to win since you're making the pilgrimage to South Bend. So
yeah, I got a lot of confidence in them now. But again, can't take anybody lightly. But
no,
I just hope
especially not this team.
Rolling from last week, they look good.
Yeah, we do look good. It looks great. All right, Mike Sloan, we're going to move on. We're going to move to our recruiting scout, Jason at IrishJTL. Add him as speaker. Thank you, Mike Sloan. Mike Sloan 01 on the X. Jason, come off mute. Come back, my scout. Where you been? We got Boise this week.
Man. We've had playoff football for the kids, and I was in Arkansas last week.
You were in Arkansas. How was the party bus? I saw those videos, and when I posted out the first, five at nothing. Pa was doing his thing, so I was just like, well, if no one started this, I'm going to start it. And then I think it was Dr. Abby responded, and it's like, I totally forgot about the party bus. How was that?
Yeah, so party bus picked us up about 8:30. He made it a 2-hour drive to the stadium. So we got good lit up, and then he just sat a lot. It was probably the easiest in and out of a stadium I've ever done. Maybe
Wow, really?
40 yards. Yeah, he dropped us off my seats were, I bought good seats. Everybody else was sitting up to the 500s. I was at the north end zone at 136. So,
Okay.
but what a great time. We rented a boat, had a party bus. We had Tim Flynn, Dr. Abby, Quentin. We had about 10 people down there. It was like fucking summer camp for adults.
Sounds awesome. It sounded like you guys really had stuff on point, and we're having a good time. You brought good vibes, that's for sure. The weather looked beautiful too, so that's awesome. I've never been to Arkansas.
It was nice. Northwest Arkansas is really nice. There's a lot of hills. We were on a huge fucking lake on the boat, which was nice. The house is hard to describe, but like the downstairs was like a family home, right? Like you had a living room and a kitchen and 2 bedrooms. And then you go upstairs and there's like these 13-foot vaulted ceilings with 4 sets of bunk beds and then 2 other like summer camp upstairs.
Okay.
And so I kind of commandeered that and then just brought all the partiers that weren't going to bed early upstairs with me later in the night. So
nice.
We had a really good time. Really good time. You know, if we could do that again, I'd probably go back there again. It was such a good time.
Well, good. Well, and a huge victory.
And then the game, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, do you what's your thoughts as we use that build on that momentum from Arkansas going into Boise? Where are you at?
I'm still a little shaky on the defense. I watch the games. Then I come home and rewatch them. I think the defense played well. I think we're still in a spot where we're dropping like Drake Bowen into coverage where I think KVA should be on the field. I think they had 5 drops. Arkansas had 5 drops in the first half, which if those go the other way, it doesn't look quite as good. But Jesus, Love and Price came out of their shell. CJ Carr is a top 5 quarterback in the country right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, if we're 3-1,
what was his completion percentage? I actually have that. I started to keep track. He was 75% completion percentage.
Yeah,
and he went 85% against Purdue. You know, so it's night and day. And I think a lot of that has to do with the O-line's protection around him is getting better.
They've been really good. Ashton Craig has been mauling people. Knapp had a couple really good blocks. Like it's hard to see because some of that live, but Ashton Craig just looks like the guy, and he's the guy, which is unfortunate. He's the center, so he's not really leaning right or left, but.
He's right in the middle. He's right in the middle there, right? He's the spine, right?
He is, but I think Denbrock called a really good game, and I think CJ's proven that screen pass to Love, the rollout right and the back to left. I don't remember the last time I saw a screen pass set up that well. We saw it and we're like, holy shit, there's a wall.
There it goes.
And then Love kind of slowed down to let Gerby get that last block before he cut back to the right. And it was just, they were gone. By halftime, it was 90% Irish fans. It was empty in there.
Yeah, it looked like a morgue. It was crazy.
Yeah. You know how they're always chanting SEC? So there was enough Irish fans that we were chanting "It just means more." And it was loud. I don't know if it came across on TV.
No, what's interesting is the TV, they do a pretty good job of not showing the crowd when stuff like that happens. Like ESPN is always, all over, Miami or Hard Rock or, LSU, these places where the home team is really like bumping and thumping. And I've noticed over the years that when Notre Dame goes on the road and they're killing somebody or the fans are quiet or they're just leaving, they tend to not pan, and so you don't actually really see it nor appreciate it. Thank God for people like yourself, friends of ours like Brandon and 5 Foot Nothing Pod, people who are posting video of the empty swaths of stands, and it's like, where are we? Are we at a Mountain West game? No, this is an SEC team. Like,
Yeah.
I realize they're getting killed, but it's like I don't know, man. It's crazy. You spent a lot of money and time to be there.
Before halftime. The student section was gone before halftime.
I mean, it looked worse than a Purdue game. Like, that's pretty bad. Yeah, it looked really bad.
The people behind me were Arkansas, and I'm just gonna, like, full disclosure, the fans, all the people in Arkansas were very polite.
That's good.
Like, accommodating, a lot of hospitality. Great, second best fans I've ever been around besides Clemson.
I was gonna say, it's probably Clemson that takes the cake, right?
They do, but you know how our padded, like, seat back reclining seats are like the 35 to the 35 on both sidelines?
Yeah,
theirs are actually in the south end zone.
Interesting.
And that thing was empty from the start.
So that's their wine and cheese corner.
Like, the Jumbotron is. Yeah, like, it was empty from the start. But we had a good time. There's some funny stories. I'm not going to tell it on here because it involves some semi-reckless behavior, but I got a story about Abby. How
about you save it for the tailgate? Save it for the tailgate because my plan is we're meeting up with friends. It's not just me and my car. Like, there's other people, so we're gonna rendezvous, and then we'll meet up with Jay and some other people at the player walk probably. And then my plan is to make, right after the player walk, head over to your area, to the Dos Leprechauns tailgate and see our other friends there, and then hang out, get a couple laughs and a couple drinks. So save your story for that.
You'll be there just in time for Tim's prayer, which will be good.
Okay.
And I put the location in the chat for this space.
Well, as long as that one guy doesn't park in Tim's spot, right? Was it? He had like a bunch of tents with no one there. Steal his beer. Yeah. By the trees, right?
We did not enjoy that, but we'll be in that general facility. Fivers is coming. Fivers already confirmed.
Fivers is coming. Yes. Fivers is coming.
We'll be there. As far as recruiting goes,
here we go.
I don't have much. I mean, we've made a lot of offers, but
what do you mean you don't have much? I brought you on the cabinet here.
I know. Every time I switch app to pull up my notes, I lose your audio.
Oh, okay.
And
don't do that.
I keep leaving and coming back.
This is why you should write things down on paper.
I know. I'm a technology nerd. And
that's fine.
Bite me in the ass.
You know what?
Bite me in the fucking ass.
I'll give you some chalk and slate. All right, continue.
We're doing well on the trail. Obviously, you said third-ranked class. Rivals has us number 1, which is amazing.
Okay.
With 3 5-stars. I have pretty good intel that Keemon Spell, who's committed to Penn State, he's still pretty solid Penn State, but his 2 flip schools include us, and the other one's Alabama. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I think we all saw Joey O'Brien and Kari Adams told the Penn State and Michigan fans, like, we're not going anywhere, and I believe that to be true. So I do have some notes on some offers that we made, but 2 years out. I think the biggest one is Julius Jones Jr.
Yeah,
that's who we all know. And I think he's a lock for Notre Dame at this point. But we're going to continue to have some pretty good classes, and we're going to continue to be at every home game. So even for this game, while you're coming, Joe, so I'll be there this week, and then obviously NC State the week after, and then USC the week after that. Anybody that joins your show, and Paul didn't come and see us, by the way, and I see he's on here. Fucker.
Oh, that's because the Yankee game's over.
He didn't come and see us. We invited him to the bus.
What? Well, he had his dad with him. They probably had their own thing. I don't know. Here, we'll bring 5 foot nothing on here.
He got exhausted, he said.
He was sleepy.
He would have been fine. H-Town Irish.
It's not like he drove in from
grandpa.
Corpus that morning, but maybe he's looking out for Dad. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I mean,
he came in the night before. Don't let him fool you.
That's what I'm
came
saying.
In the night before.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't come in the morning of. Like he was.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's fooling people. You can let him respond to me. I'll quit talking. I want to hear his excuses.
That's. If I have nothing pods on mute, that's fine. If he wants to defend himself, what's up, man?
What's going on? I've been listening. I'll just start from the most recent thing. Yeah, it was my dad's birthday, and I told him I wouldn't throw him under the bus. Thank you. It's literally today is his birthday, so he celebrated with the Yankees embarrassing themselves on national television. So that was tremendous. But no, so my dad is. He can be a difficult person, and he's like, Jason, why do you think I was asking you 37 questions? That was not me. That was my dad. And he's like, well, are we?
I actually am. I'm believing. I actually believe Palk on this one. That he's pretty footloose and fancy free. I mean, the fact that you guys came in, drove down to hang out with me, and your wife's like, so how do you know this guy? And we're gonna stay at his house? Like, no, it's fine. It's cool.
Do you know how many times my dad asked, how do you know this guy? And then I have obviously met up with Brandon. He's like, how do you know this guy?
It's Twitter.
So yeah, and try to get a 70.
Well, Brandon
one word, Twitter.
Up Greathouse's grandpa, right?
What's up?
Brandon went and picked up Greathouse's grandpa, right?
Correct.
At the airport in Fayetteville, yeah.
Yes. So he had his own situation. But no, for me, it was literally my dad was just like.
You sure it wasn't Greathouse's girlfriend? Like I heard.
It was his grandpa.
Grandpa. Okay.
Katie Bell was looking for somebody to drive Greathouse's grandpa to the game, and Brandon and Leah stepped up.
Yeah, but I do have to echo JTL's sentiment, dude. I want to go back to Arkansas. Like I really do. And I don't go to a ton of true road games, but I was like, man, this was like an amazing experience. Mm-hmm. Arkansas was a beautiful scenery. The campus was cool. The people were cool. The stadium, even before they all left, was like a cool experience. Dixon Street was awesome if you go to downtown Fayetteville. And then I do listen to a lot of other podcasts, but Irish Illustrated, Tim O'Malley.
Some other podcast?
Yeah, right. Tim O'Malley said, who goes to almost every road game, not every single one, but enough he even said, he goes, I'm not saying this because it just happened. That might have been the best road experience for me as someone who covers Notre Dame football, and it doesn't have anything to do with the game. He said he enjoyed Fayetteville and the campus.
Yeah, from the scenery and a fan standpoint, Arkansas was great.
It really was.
Awesome.
The stadium experience was a little lacking because even before
it's not Notre Dame, right?
The shit kicking. No, like they were quiet. Like even the Woo Pig Suey thing was super quiet. Like they were just defeated before we even walked in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you know it's bad when I tried to record it, but my phone couldn't pick up the clarity because we had people behind us, but you could hear "Let's Go Irish" through the stadium in the third quarter.
Wow.
Like that was crazy to me. I was trying to record it to pick it up, but when I listened to it,
where were you sitting, Paul?
So I was sitting in a place where, by the way, thank you, Joe. Thank you so much, Joe.
There was like an owl's nest probably right next to you, and sorry.
There was a guy that walked. As this guy is walking past,
that's where they put the alums. So that's where Paul was.
I will say we were sitting with several alumni. It was cool, but this guy's walking past us, and he goes, "Oh, geez, I'm gonna get to talk to God about this game. Look how high up you are."
Were you on the west side of the stadium?
No, yeah, I was directly above you.
That's awesome.
Okay, so. Yeah, you could hear the "Let's Go Irish" from the east side of the stadium really well. Like, it was really green over in, like, that northeast corner.
Yeah. So, I don't know where you came in, but there's that hog.
I went in gate one. I went in literally gate one. and then down the stairs 12 steps.
Okay, I feel like I should be showing a map here on
right
on Google or something, but then I would be like totally disoriented from where y'all were because you can't see it. So
I came in the complete opposite side where they had the wild Razorback monument, whatever thing, really cool waterfall statue thing. But I came in there, and that corner where you walked in, that's where the Let's Go Irish was very prominent.
See, that's why you should have been on the bus with us. She would have been dropped off like 40 yards from gate 1, right above me.
Yeah, and you would have seen the most panicked 72, almost 73-year-old man watching his watch and when is kickoff? Are we going to see what it is? And I already knew what was going to happen, so
yeah. Well, I'm glad.
We had a grandpa and an uncle. My buddy H-Tom brought his uncle, and I was like, "Oh, you got to be about my age." He's like, "Yeah, I'm 33." I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Jeez, 33. Gosh,
but
young puppies.
That's what I was
Jason, like. Down on Dixon Street in Fayetteville, which I want to go back to take my wife and just however many people fit in my car. There's a place that's called Shots Bar. If you order shots, they come in ice sculptured shot glasses.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't know if you saw that video. You drink the.
I feel like I'm in Norway or some shit like that.
You take the shot. It's a full shot, whatever shot you want, and then you spike the glass onto the ground and it shatters because it's ice.
I saw that. That was cool.
Yes. The people that don't know what that is or know about it, and Brandon's the one who got the info, but people walked in and they're just like, we're right by the entrance. They go, why is the floor so wet? And they would like take a step back, and then I had one still sitting on the tray. Dude, you get
simmer down, Thor. Good God, yeah.
So I grabbed one. I go, it's this. I took the shot and spiked down to the ground right in front of them.
Do they have like a waiver or like wet floor signs that were like, that sounds like a lawsuit waiver?
Nah, it's Arkansas. They're just like, look, if you miss it, like
that's true.
It was crazy. But I did have a great, even going down Dixon Street, Arkansas fans beat us to the hot spots. There were all standing room only because they were there since halftime. But they were super cool, and it was
the bars get really popular when the visiting team kicks ass. Yeah, I don't know.
And there was a sign that said, "Welcome, Fighting Irish. Hogs by." I don't know what it said before we got there, but it said "Hogs by 0" by the time we got there.
That's funny.
I was gonna send you our location. We were in front of that Arkansas Razorbacks brick wall to the south.
Oh, okay.
But I got down there and I was like, should we call the bus guy? And we looked, and he's directly across the street waiting for us.
No, we didn't even have to call him. He's just hanging out.
He was there waiting. And then he's like, well, you guys got to piss? And we're like, yeah, there's porta potties up there. We're going to walk. He's like, fuck that. Get in the bus. I'll drive you up there. He's like, but don't get out talking shit because these Razorback fans kick your asses. And we're like, all right.
If you say so.
My favorite part of that brick wall that you set underneath, Jason, was it said Walmart.
It did say Walmart. It was literally sponsored. Yes.
It was like, how funny. We're watching the Walmart Razorbacks because literally 56-13 was the Walmart Razorbacks.
I think that's a great way to describe the game, and it's like nothing against Arkansas, but I mean, gosh, we got the stats up here right now for people on YouTube who want to look. I mean, we beat them by 43 points. I mean, it was nuts. It was 42-13 at halftime. I'm out of my mind. I'm with my friend Dominic at his house. Very jealous of his beer fridge in his basement, by the way. He had 3 kegs going on there. The one on the far left was my favorite. That being said, though, I mean, Notre Dame runs the ball 55% of the time, 4 rushing touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns for CJ Carr. Jeremiah Love walks away with 2 touchdowns rushing, 2 touchdowns through the air. I mean, we kicked their fucking ass. 641 yards. That's a lot of yard points, okay? We almost doubled their yard points, so hooray for us. We talked about completion percentage already. No turnovers for the Irish. Really great. We were 60% on third down. They were under 50. Here's the one that really jumped off the page for me. It's this one. Well, there's really two, but this one right here. We scored on 80% of our scoring drives. Not only that, we scored touchdowns on our first 6 possessions. Yeah. Okay, I've run out of fingers on one hand. Okay, 6 possessions in a row, we score touchdowns. That is dictating and dominating the game. Last thing I want to leave us with that I take away from this game from the offensive standpoint is CJ Carr was a smooth operator. The game is, you can tell, is slowing down for him as the offensive line gets better. Now, he had that kind of like, I swear he's like afraid to take a sack, and so he would rather do an intentional grounding play. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, there's no one over there. But anyway, that being said, his passing attempts per touchdown was 8. 8. National champions on average are 13.9. So, and Arkansas was infinity because they didn't have any. So, huge play. He's proving me right again and again. Going back to the quarterback show. Sorry, I can't resist. I've got to rub it in. Yep. Like, this guy looks so good. And the thing is, Minchie looked good too when he was in. So I'm like, come on, Minchie, throw a passing touchdown, damn it. Come on.
Yeah, let's throw that in there. You were definitely right on the quarterback show, but Minchie's been in the last 2 games, and he looks like great. If CJ went down, he can come in and he's poised and ready to rock and roll too.
I agree too.
We're in a great place offensively. We got to fix the fucking defense. And
fix the fucking defense. Maybe that should be the title of the show. Well,
yeah, I mean that's what we got to do. But nice talking to y'all. I'm gonna just step back and sip some bourbon, not scotch, but bourbon.
What? What kind of bourbon? Wait, hold on.
It's a local distillery, Cedar Ridge.
Okay, I'm down with that. It's local. All right. There was really only like one bad answer you could have possibly had there. So, and you didn't say it, so it's fine. Excellent. Good. If the doc was on, she'd be praising Maker's Mark and some other stuff like that. So, all right, let's see here.
Joe,
real quick, yeah, what's up, Mike?
I've been away from the family for a while, and then last night was baseball. Tonight I was at my son's football game before I watched the Yankees blow it. So I'm going to jump off. But what I want to say was, talking about the offensive dominance, I don't know if Jason realized or if anybody realized, but being in the stadium, like any stadium, they make a huge deal about third down, get loud, third down, get loud. And at halftime, I literally turned to my dad and I'm like, did we have any third downs? Like,
yeah, we had 10. We did have 10.
No, but at the half, we only had 4.
Oh, at the half.
At the half, we only had 4 third downs on any drive. Like, that's how dominant we were. We didn't even get to
and we converted
3 of them.
4th downs on any of the third downs we didn't convert. Yeah. I don't think we punted that game.
The only one was the fake punt, which
the fake punt.
I don't think we punted that game.
No, we didn't. James Rendell hasn't punted in.
He hasn't punted forever.
He's got
to pull splinters out of his ass. Yeah. Let's see here.
So.
Yeah, no punting. No, the ESPN confirms no punting by Notre Dame.
The only time we lined up was the fake.
That fake punt was so dope too.
Oh my gosh! Just the flow of it. It was like a run to a reverse to a pass. I'm like, what else are we doing?
Like, what can't that kid do?
So he did my taxes last year, so he can do that. Yeah, no, Faison's great. It's funny. He was doing something, I forget what it was, but I'm at my buddy's house and I'm like, that was a lacrosse. Oh no, he had like caught a pass and then he's like running with the ball and he's doing like the head fake thing. I'm like, dude, you're not playing lacrosse, right? Like you need to start and stop with your feet, right? Move your hips. Like don't just throw your head left and right like you've got the ball and what do you even call that, the lacrosse stick? I don't know. Is that called a stick?
Is that the play where he was running by himself and he had juked the one guy and he just ran into him?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, it was fine. It's like,
I was like, he's gone.
it's the
And then-
equivalence of like me trying to juke somebody, or even me in my prime in high school.
Yes.
Like, I wasn't a juker kind of guy. I was just more like, I'm just gonna run into you and just try to outmuscle you and use my speed, and that's it. All right. I really appreciate 5-0 Pod, Irish JTL, you guys recapping your experience at Arkansas. Everyone living vicariously through our fans that were there. I'm so glad you guys got to experience this live and that you had a great experience. And praise to Arkansas. It sounded like it was a good environment. Not the craziest hostile environment, and a cool bar where you can throw your ice shot glass on the pavement. I love it.
Yes. So, Joe, I'll leave you. Thank you, because you made that happen for me. So grateful, very much appreciative.
Well, I just said, hey, you, of all my friends on Twitter, that I'm cool with, on a regular basis, who may be able to go.
Yep. It was absolutely drivable. So thank you.
My pleasure. I'm happy you had a great time. So that's all I'll say to that.
All right. You guys have a great night.
All right, cool. Let's run over to our front man. He should have been here about an hour ago, but that's fine. And then, Mac, I see you. Thank you for your patience. We'll get back to you, but we got to get to the front man in the cabinet, and then we'll get to our specialists, the special teams, and then we'll hit up Coach Barsegian. What's up? Luis, where you at, my brother?
What's up, guys?
Notre Dame's fucking back, man. We back. Woo!
Man,
we beat that ass, man.
I say that was a one hell of a good ass game, but it's only one game. We'll still have 8 more to go.
What are you talking about? We beat on Purdue's ass too. Like the trend is going up, and to the right.
And yes, and through
I guess
time,
on YouTube I have to do it this way.
Yeah, through time, I've learned to keep my emotions to a check, to a bare minimum sometimes because.
Why?
Because there's still a lot that we have to prove. I'm happy with what we're progressing with,
and I appreciate that you're not looking past my Boise State Broncos. Nope. Okay, so
I'm taking it 1 week at a time, and at the end of the year, then we could talk some shit. Right now, we got to stay locked in, and we got to stay focused on the grand prize. Right now is onward to Boise, smack that ass, and then go to NC State, smack that ass again. But right now it's Boise. So our next opponent is all minds and all eyes are on Boise right now, and stay focused, guys. I don't want to be like those people that look so far ahead and it's devastating. Because it takes a toll on me. You know what I mean? I'm being real. It just when the letdown's big, the letdown's big. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do that. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I'm actually like one of those people that just.
You're like really calm, man. Like, did you have like a huge like meal before this? Like you?
Nah, nah, bro. Just tired, like
just winding down from a hard day at work, and you're like, what? I just got my family around me. I got my Notre Dame Irish at 500. Yep. We're kicking back with Fighting Irish Faithful show.
Yeah, like just right now because like I don't want to get all into like
you're becoming the chamomile tea here, man. We brought you on to be
that, bro. None of that. Right now we're just like I said, enjoy the moment, guys. Enjoy the moment because we had the first 2 weeks was
this is a marathon. Rough. It's not a sprint. I think that's where you're going with
exactly.
this.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. So I just wanted to chime in with you real quick. I'm gonna sit back right now. I'm glad to hear that everybody had a great time. And again, Joe, like really, man, like what you did for 5-0 is the same thing that you did for me a year ago, and that goes a long way. And I tell my baby Jesus to keep blessing you with that kind heart that you have to all those people that could make trips and cannot make trips, and just keep being you, bro.
Well, I look. This show has been really fun for me, and there are all these people that are on, I consider everyone friends. There's a few dicks that have been on here every now and then, but for the most part, everyone's really cool. And it's, I'm happy to, just give other people the opportunity, and like, I can't go to every game. I can't go to every, away game, whatever, with my family situation, my work situation, etc. That we're not there yet. If you start seeing Joe and the whole family at games, you might want to check some tax records. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have hit the lottery, but we ain't in that situation clearly. But at the same time, it's, I'm happy to let other people experience Notre Dame in their way. And so I appreciate your kind words. And Jay is asking a question. What is the bad bourbon? Oh, okay. There's really only one. And it's one of those situations, like, if we lose, we might reach for it, right? But it's I don't think I've ever bought it. Jim Beam, just straight up Jim Beam. Like regular Jim Beam, not good. No. Now, if it's like the double black or like the deep age stuff, that's fine, right? But the straight normal Jim Beam is not good bourbon. Okay, I refuse to buy it. So there you go, Jay. All right, Luis, anything else we missed here, or what are your thoughts about Boise? Because they're kind of in your house agrees. Thank you, Jay. You agree, Jim Beam, not the good one. Yeah, I mean, what else is bad, right? I don't know. Put it in the chat. Luis, where are you at with respect to the Broncos? Right, they're not exactly near you, but I mean, they play Nevada, so Mountain West, right?
Bro, they played Fresno State, so believe me, I know all about Boise.
Fresno State's no slouch.
Oh no! Hey, look at when you watch Fresno State. Look at Harold Duvall, number 19. That's the young man that played football, Power Warner football with my son, and I know the whole family and all that.
I appreciate you said young man there, by the way, but
yeah, that's my boy right there. That's my boy Harold. But I mean, it's just exciting, bro. I mean, I just feel like don't let no Boise or NC, Navy, or Syracuse be our NIU of last year. We can't have that. We got to stay focused. We got to stay hungry. We got to stay diligent. Let's just keep doing what we're doing right now. Keep giving the ball to Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. Like, we're looking what the 1-2 punch of Notre Dame is supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
And then let's get healthy. Let's see what offensive line comes back and help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. What's interesting is with respect to Boise State here, we'll bring this on here. I got their schedule up here via ESPN. I was disappointed in their poor performance against South Florida. I was not expecting that, but I think South Florida is on the up and up, and they're actually playing above the rim a little bit. At least they started that way. But if I just look at the schedule and who the opponents are, other than maybe Fresno State, San Diego State maybe, but they're not doing so great. Notre Dame is clearly the biggest name on the schedule for Boise State, but I think that Boise State as a program has kind of evolved beyond this is their Super Bowl. Like, I would refer to it as this is Boise State's biggest game on their schedule. But I don't know if they believe that as a program that, going to Notre Dame, this is our Super Bowl. No, I think this team, over the history, ever since the 2007 Fiesta Bowl, I think this Boise State team is and the program as a whole is like, yeah, we'll rise to the occasion, yeah, we'll make the playoffs and we'll go, play Penn State first round. They don't turn away from a challenge or turn away from an opportunity. And what a lot of the time has happened is they've caught the other team, the bigger team, slipping. And so that's why that's my only word of caution with this. Statistically, Notre Dame's got this game in hand, like they do. But the X factor and the MO that is Boise is something special that I don't think people, should overlook. But Luis, what do you think about this? Or am I just, way too much into the ether?
Nah, it's exactly what it is. Boise can still be Boise, and they're known to rise to these type of games. You know what I mean?
They do.
And it's not. They did it to Oklahoma. They've done it to so many already. Like, don't. like, don't be the laughing stock of the week. I mean, like, we've already gone through that shit already. I feel like Chris Ash has simplified the defense to the point where our players are able to be more confident. And I think they really did have that come to Jesus moment with that fool. I just feel like we're on the right trend. Let's not fuck it up. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it the way it is. You know what I mean? And make progressions and make and that's the one thing that we haven't talked about at all. Really, are you happy with CJ Carr or what?
Oh, I am beyond happy. Like I mean, his numbers the last 2 games have been really good. It's like, I'm not saying he's walking on water like Jesus here in the Sea of Galilee, but I will say this. The game has slowed down for him. He's throwing balls on frozen ropes. He's being able to direct traffic. You know, his reads are very clean and crisp, okay? Now, granted, you know, Boise actually technically has a better pass defense than what Arkansas has, right? Obviously clearly better than us, right? But like, same with Purdue. Like, so this was the 3rd week in a row that Notre Dame is playing a team that, quote, has a better pass defense than Notre Dame, right? So I don't know what that means, but the point is, I think it's a function that the O-line is galvanizing better around him and working better as a unit. Maybe Denbrock's play calling is doing better, you know, things of that nature. I don't like using the term rust because I think that's kind of a throwaway comment, but I will say this, like, as time goes on, the oil is getting around the gears here, and it's looking like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. And like I said, let him keep cooking, man. Let him keep cooking. Right now we have every reason to be very, very high on Notre Dame, but I just say, I mean, for my sake, because I don't think I should tell anybody what they should or should not do. But for my sake, it's better for me just to like hold myself down, because when I get let down by them, it's a big letdown. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I am thrilled. I am 110 riding with Notre Dame. I told everybody, don't jump on this bandwagon once we start going on this winning streak, because I swear to God, I'll push your ass off. Like, the hell with that shit. You weren't with us when we got our ass beat at Miami, and you were talking all that shit when we lost to Texas A&M. Like, fuck around, find out on this one.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we're 0-2, right? We're in we're in the bottom of a pit, right? And the only thing that we can pick ourselves up is ourselves.
Exactly, and not only that though, but what we need to do for this team is to stand with them through thick and thin, and stand on them through good and bad, and thank God that some of us have. Like, thank you for always having your show no matter what. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I wouldn't say no matter what,
like,
but we are doing a show here, so
yeah. But yeah, other than that, that's all I gotta say, guys. Enjoy this. This was one hell of a statement win. Now let's do it to Boise, and let's just keep going from there. And then when the end of the year comes to Stanford,
next team. Amen. What is nice is that Notre Dame does have 3 games in a row at home. So you know, we can kind of circle the wagons here. We got the Boise State game. Then we got NC State. For the people on YouTube here, we're showing this right now. NC State the week after, then USC. Then we get a little reprieve before we have to go out to Chestnut Hill to face Boston College, so which is a place that does not like Notre Dame. So I'm happy that we can kind of settle in, kind of like feel out, you know, how this recliner feels. And it starts with Boise coming off a huge win, off of a big, you know, beat down of Purdue. Like, keep the momentum going. And I appreciate you, Luis, focusing on, you know, hey, one game at a time, you know, because look, we are now a 500 team. Like, we're not high shit. Like, okay, the AP, I think, is throwing us a bone because we've lost, like, I can count on one hand the number of points we've lost games. Okay, fair. But, I mean, we're 21 right now in the AP, right? I don't know what the playoff committee is going to put us at. Sagarin puts us as 3rd, believe it or not. Let's jump over to that. Here, no, that's CFB stats. There we go. Here's Sagarin on the YouTube channel. Ohio State number 1, Oregon number 2, well deserved, beating Penn State. Thank you, Oregon. Notre Dame Number 3 in Sagarin with 2-2. 500 team is 3rd in Sagarin. Now, the reason for that is our strength of schedule. It's number 1 in the country. Okay. So hooray for us. But also our margin of victory over the last 2 games is really good. And the 2 teams we lost to, Miami, Florida, and Texas A&M, Sagarin has in the top 10. So the math is working for us, and people who don't know historically why I like Sagarin, number 1, because it goes through everybody, not just the top, 130 whatever teams in FBS, but you can get your Georgia Southern, your Eastern Washington, who's Nichols State? I don't know here at 191. You guys get my point though. Sagarin is pure math, and it's a function of your strength of schedule, your margin of victory / defeat, and your record, right? So hooray for us. So, all right, Luis, thank you so much. Let's jump over to Mac, who's been patiently waiting here, and then we'll go over to Coach Barsegian. Mac, what's up, man? Sorry the feed cut out on your show on Saturday. How was breakfast? Oh, Mac's not there. Mac, did you go away? What happened? All right, well, while we wait for Mac to come back on, we'll jump over to Era Parsegian. This is why we have the dashboard here via things. Coach, if you're going to come on, great. If not, maybe we're losing the space. I don't know. I saw just a bunch of people drop off. And we're still podcasting, that's fine. Mac, you there?
Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yo, what's up, man? Oh, maybe X just crapped out on us. I don't know.
First of all, I just wanted to thank you for all the support you've given me.
Well, I was a little late, so I'll try to do better this Saturday.
You were caller number 1. It was a little bit of a poop show. My audio wasn't working too well, and also just it being so early and having the boy around.
Yeah.
It just and also my wife told me I did not cook the chorizo properly. So
what?
I did not. I'm supposed to. So I guess you're supposed to cook the chorizo before the eggs. You're not supposed to just put it in the egg.
No. I'm with Mrs. Mac there. What's the Mrs. name?
Erica.
Erica. Okay, I'm with Erica
Yes.
here. No, you got to pan fry that shit. Okay, preferably cast iron, right?
She's full-blooded Mexican too. She's like,
oh, jeez. Well, wait a whoa. Back the bus up. That's on her. That ain't on you. If she's Mexican, full-on Mexican, maybe Luis should come back on. I don't know. If she's full-on Mexican, it's on her to advise you. And if you misstep in that arena, that's on her. That ain't on you.
To be fair, I was like,
Erica, sorry, I'm siding with my boy here, all right?
No, I kept saying, I got this. I watched YouTube. I don't need your help.
Was it a Mexican person cooking on YouTube? Like,
and so she was like,
I don't mean Bobby Flay. Like, he ain't Mexican. He's from New York.
So I messed it up, and then she had to kind of save it a little bit. So I didn't do good. I'm not a great cook. All right.
So we can look, you haven't enrolled in Master Chef yet, so we don't have to worry about that. What did you end up cooking? Because Coach Parsegian was very adamant about not doing the cornmeal pancakes or whatever the fuck he was talking about.
I did. So I did.
Did you catch that? Don't do that.
My wife picked me up. She made it to where we wouldn't get salmonella, and I did eggs. I did eggs with cheese and onion and the chorizo,
like a scramble kind of thing, or where are we going with this? Okay.
Yeah, more like that with
because eggs cook at a lower temperature than pork, right? That's
it was bad.
Yeah.
So tortilla, and then I got the frozen hash browns,
So did you have like a huevos rancheros kind of thing, or chilaquiles, or where'd you go with this? I'm getting a very California vibe here.
Well, that was supposed to be the thought, because I also got some tomatoes and avocado, and I had and I had guacamole salsa, and so which was made by Rayleigh's, by the grocery store, and so yeah, it was supposed to be kind of California-y, but I messed it up, and my wife kind of saved the day. But she said she was only going to eat it that one time, and she wasn't going to eat it for the rest of the week. So I've been eating all week. I've been eating because I made
stick to barbecue, man. Eggs. Stick to barbecue.
Yeah. Thank God there's no more 9 o'clock games.
Mac, I'm sorry. Because of my situation at Notre Dame, running my own tailgate and this, that, and the other, and the very, very spotty reception that we do get at Notre Dame because like 100,000 people are invading the place.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely we'll be able to tune in to your show. I apologize, okay. But please, you use this time right now to plug it for everyone else who's not at Notre Dame. Although between Jay and Mike Sloan and Coach Barsegian, they will be there. So,
first of all, I can't wait to go to the campus one day. And when I do, I want to get a suite because I'm probably only going to go once in my life.
Don't say that. Why would you say that?
Well,
this is what you do. You just move here, and then you can go more often.
Possibly. I don't know, because
my parish is fantastic.
My wife and me and snow. I don't know if that would work.
It doesn't snow here very often. You'll get over it. All right. The kids will think it's great. All right. It's fun. It's fun.
But I'm thinking of it's that time of the year. If you live in Sacramento or California, the salmon are running. So it's that time of the year to smoke a salmon. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to smoke some salmon, from the American River.
Tyler Irish Faithful likes salmon too. The American River. That's gold salmon. There's gold in that water.
Yes. It'll already be gutted.
Can I tell you? I have to say this. No one's ever said. I've never said this on the podcast. Do you know what my secret hobby is?
Fishing, I'm guessing.
No, prospecting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have actually been on it was actually the Yuba River, but I think that feeds into the American River. Don't quote me on it. It all goes back to the Sacramento Delta anyway, but you get my point.
Yeah. No. Right now the salmon are running, so I'm gonna be smoking some salmon.
Excellent.
Which only takes an hour, and so it comes out nice, and it's pretty easy to do. You can't mess it up. So I'm pretty sure my family won't have salmonella, so that's good.
Pun intended there. Nice.
And my thing is, was it Mac _8806? But also, I just wanted to say some things about the defense. Is that all right?
No. You need to plug it. You need to plug the time when you starting. Like, come on, Mac. Let me help you out here.
Sorry. I'm gonna start at 10 in the morning. For
10 a.m. Pacific time. Mac will be cooking, and he wants to know what you're cooking.
Game start? What time does the game start?
What Eastern? The fuck, Mac? It's 3:30 Eastern, so 12:30 your time. All right.
Okay. Yeah,
so when you start to smoke your salmon at 10, it'll be done around 11, right? So for 11.
Yeah. So that's kind of the whole thought process. So
all right.
Anyway, tell me what you guys are making.
Don't set yourself down, man. Like let it roll. Like Mac, I will say this. I think you got a great thing going with your show. Talking about food, talking about the Irish, talking about, just the game. This is like people around a grill, holding a beer or a Bloody Mary or what have you for our West Coast friends. I think you got a great thing here. I think in time it will pick up. So just keep plugging at it. And we're behind you here at the Fighting Irish Faithful show.
I appreciate everything you guys have done so far. But I did want to say one thing I wanted to say a couple things about the game.
Please do.
About Arkansas. Now,
all right, here we go. Let's pull up the stats. Go.
You know me, I've always been a pessimist. So I'm going to start with being a pessimist. This defense isn't going to win anything. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? We just beat Arkansas 56-13. Bullshit.
Sure,
I call bullshit. Oh, and Mr.
Hold on.
Mr. We just beat
I didn't
Purdue
get
56. We scored. I didn't realize this. We scored 56 points. Look at this trend. 30 points in Purdue.
I've got
13 point in Arkansas. Mac.
I've got stats for you.
I've got numbers in front of my face. Right. The trend is down. Continue. Go.
Please. So up until the end of the first half, Notre Dame was averaging about 7 yards each first down they were giving up. Almost 7 yards. Okay.
Who cares about yard points?
But and then finally, when it got to the second half, we knew that Arkansas was going to run the ball, and you could play prevent when you have a 50-something point lead. You have the defenses kind of has the pleasure of knowing that there's going to be more pass, and you can pin your ears back and just go after the quarterback. I am saying Arkansas is not elite and Purdue is not elite. You can't just give up 7 yards. You cannot give up 7 yards on first down. And if this game was a little bit more tighter, I don't think I hate to say this, but if they could get past, I don't know if they'll get past USC.
What?
Just because the defense is not that great. I'm sorry.
We've got 2 games still between us and USC for the. I'm not saying Chris. That's funny. We haven't mentioned Chris Ash at all tonight, which is funny. The offense is kind of like this is a typical podcast. Let's just talk about offensive stats and how great we are.
Look, I gave them a B+. Like I gave the defense a B+ because in the end they gave up 13 points.
Okay, however, Mac, can I interrupt real quick and I'll throw it back to you?
Sure.
Notre Dame exceeded national champion average by scoring 56 points because national champions are 41.3 over the last 10 years. The opponent, Arkansas, scored 13. National champions on average are 15.6. So we are doing better in both statistics in this one game. And I would argue, is it better for Purdue? It's not better for Purdue on the defensive side, but it is on the offensive side. So I throw it back to you.
So I'm just going to say we've seen a sample size against Miami. We saw Texas A&M. They gave up a lot of
first 2
points.
games of the year.
They gave up a lot of points.
Yes, they
did. And against Purdue, they gave up a lot of yards on first down. And against Arkansas, who are 2, let's be honest, not great programs at the time.
You take that back about Purdue. No, I'm just fine.
But I'm just saying, you can only get by giving up 7 yards on first down for how long? And that's all I'm saying. Like,
wait, at what point in the game did that dwindle though?
After the first half, because.
Well, I mean, Mac, after the first half, who cares about how many yards we're giving up on first down? Look at the fucking score. There's me on Twitter with like a confused face where it's 42-13, and the entire second half, Arkansas did nothing. Their fan base left because they're Judas. They left after. They didn't even go to communion, okay? And, hold on, I'll throw it back to you. And they didn't even show up. And at the end of the day, Arkansas, the program, fires their head coach. We haven't mentioned that at all. Right. Sam Pittman was fired because he got his ass beat in his own stadium by 43 points, and his team did nothing in the second half. I don't care how many points you give up on first down in the second quarter if you allow 0 points in an entire half of the football game?
Joe, my point is that the offense carried the team this year.
Well, of course they did. And I actually have that in my notes that a good offense is a good defense in this case. You know, like the offense like humiliated Arkansas. Like they did not expect, and I didn't expect who at Notre Dame,
Joe,
who in our fan base expected Notre Dame to do this? And we came out and just beat that ass. And I was not expecting us to put up that many points. And furthermore, and I'll throw it back to you in a sec, we come out, we're up, we score 40 points and a half. I'm like, are we gonna hit 70? I don't know. We're probably gonna put Minchie in, so you know it's gonna fall down because you know we're gonna take our foot off the brake, you know, whatnot. My point is, we got their coach fired. We allowed 0 points in the second half. You can't ask for anything better than that, clearly. Okay. And the offense had created this huge margin that we just sucked the life out of the team that is Arkansas, okay? And quite frankly, if we do that going forward, I'm not saying it's going to happen every game because you're 100% right, Mac. There are some other elements of the defense that are suspect. But it's a 4-quarter game. There's 4 quarters for a reason, okay? And shit, we did pretty fucking good, in my opinion.
So here's my point. My point is and the reason they were getting those yardage was they were able to run the ball. They couldn't run the ball after the second half. And that's my point. If we get, Joe, we have to agree.
158.
Notre Dame's, right, and that's with not running the ball in the second half. My point of this is this. Notre Dame's expectations was to at least be in the national championship again. I don't know that this defense can get us there. That's my point.
That's fair. That's a very fair statement.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say is.
So you're looking down the road. You're thinking more macro, like where's Notre Dame? We just played a national championship, and that's fair, back because you're probably I appreciate you. You're comparing Notre Dame to Ohio State right now. You're comparing them to Oregon. Absolutely, exactly, because that's where this show lives sometimes.
So
okay.
Sure, I gave them a B+. I didn't say they played a horrible game. You know, yeah, they gave up 13 points, but you know, in my opinion, if that defense were to have played, like you said, Ohio State or whatever, I don't know that they can get it done. And because your offense isn't going to put up 56.
So can I have a slight rebuttal with you, Mac? And people on the YouTube channel are going to see these numbers here. Here's Notre Dame's defense, scoring defense, what they allowed in their first 4 games. 27 points they allowed to Miami. Then 41, the season high, to Texas A&M in our own house, which sucked, okay? So that was not good. Then 30, still not lower than Miami. We allowed Purdue to score 30 points. Like, think about that for a minute. Yes, we scored 56, but we allowed Purdue to score 30 points. Just put that in your mind, and I think that's where you're going, Mac.
Right.
But this game, 13. We halved that. We went less than half of what we allowed in Purdue. It's less than half of what we allowed in the Miami game, and it's better than national champions. So I'm with you. The average aggregate of and it looks like the video crapped out. It looks like the aggregate for what Notre Dame is doing is not stellar, but look, we started 0-2. We're in the basement here, okay? I need marginal stepping stones of success. Can we at least agree and come to some middle terms here that the Arkansas game was some middle ground and a step in the proper direction of where the defense needs to go?
That's why I gave them a B+.
All right, brilliant.
B+ in my opinion, that's good. It was better than the other games, absolutely. But I do think it was a little bit the offense. They came out in the second half knowing Arkansas is going to pass all day, and so there was some benefit, but the offense had.
Yeah,
now, I wanted to
they actually didn't pass as often as I thought. Yeah, where are they?
I'd like to say something about CJ Carr.
I guess they did pass most of the time. They were 48% rushing, so yeah, I guess you're sure. But you're going to talk about
they had to go away from the run game, is what I'm saying. Is they had to start becoming one-dimensional, speed up, because they were behind, and so that helps. That helps as a play caller. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, I wanted to say something about CJ Carr. I gave him an A, not an A+. I thought his first quarter he made 2 throws which I wish he would have thrown away, not just kind of thrown away where there was a chance to maybe intercept it. But if you watch the development after the first drive, his misses, I was so impressed by. And I know, what do you mean his misses? Well, when he missed, nobody had a chance to intercept it. He was protecting the ball. And this game. And that was so mature. The way he played was very, very, after the first drive, was very mature. I really enjoyed seeing that growth where his misses were safe misses. Or, you know what I'm trying to say, Joe? He
a little bit.
Like, he didn't put the ball in danger. He managed the game really well, which is what you want your quarterback to do. He didn't take points off the board like he did in Texas A&M, where he threw that interception late, trying to force something. Like, I was
no
really
turnovers
impressed
by Notre Dame in this game, which is great.
I was just really impressed by. Yes, he had great accuracy, but his decision making. And I like watching.
Well, and I think it's a function of his O-line. His O-line is allowing him to do that.
And
I mean, Notre Dame's
progressions.
Sure, absolutely, he's getting through his progressions, and Notre Dame finally gets on the plus side of the turnover margin. We're in the positive. That's great. It could be better, but from where we started, it's really great.
What I'm really excited.
I'm asking only this team to improve week in and week out, and I imagine Marcus Freeman is doing the same thing, saying, I need you to be better this week than you were last week. Then the next game, I need you to be better this week than last week, all right? And so on and so forth.
That's what I loved about watching CJ. It's a pleasure to watch him develop because you can see it.
Yeah,
I saw a better quarterback.
He's a redshirt freshman. I love it.
It was like, just like I said, when he's starting to protect the ball, and there's a lot to be said about that, in my opinion. Because look, if you can win the turnover game, most likely you're going to win. And as a quarterback, he's keeping the ball safe and he's not taking points off the board. And I love seeing that development.
Yeah.
And then one last thing, Mike Denbrock. And look, I loved his creativity. He had some really cool screens that he called. It was a pleasure to watch. But I gave him an A-. Why? You need to get under center. I'm tired of get under center in short yardage downs.
Yes.
They had one.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
They had a turnover. They had one turnover on downs, and that was because they didn't get under freaking center. It's like they're allergic to a quarterback sneak.
I don't understand. I don't understand at all why we can't get under center. I'll be honest with you. It's
and it blows
irritating.
My mind. It blows my mind, and it ticks me off. And so yes, I gave Denbrock an A- because he will not go under center. And that's
interesting.
Anyway.
No, I'm with you on the under center thing. Like it's 3rd and 1. What the fuck are you doing, you dipshit? Like you've got the two best running back duos in the fucking country on your team, and you don't use them. Like, I don't understand. We'll show some highlights later here.
No.
I hope it works. But my point is, like, I'm with you, Mac. Like I may agree with you on the A- thing. That's I'm with you. Well, Mac, I really appreciate your contribution.
Thank you.
I appreciate Erica and her kicking the ass of telling you how to fucking make chorizo with eggs. Good God.
Thank you.
But I kind of put that on her for being the leader in that respect, of not, advising you. I'll just put it that way, right? If the spouse, if the wife is really the neck of the head of the house, you're the head, Mac. My point is, like, she fucked up somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, God bless to everyone. And if anyone's going to the Stanford game, please don't be afraid to reach out. I'm going to the Stanford game.
Reach out. Hey, Mac, reach out to Jason at Dos Leprechauns. I'm telling you right now, he will reach out back to you. Okay.
All right,
and if he doesn't, let me know. I'll kick his ass, even though he's
Hendricks,
the boss.
Right?
Yeah, it's Hendricks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, take it easy.
All right. Have a good one. See you, Mac.
Bye-bye.
Mac, thanks so much for your contribution to the show. Let's go straight to Coach Ara Parsegian. And we got to start talking about some Boise shit. I've got a ton of Boise stuff I have not even gotten close to.
Coach, I'm sorry about the Yankees.
I am not sorry about the Yankees because according to Jay here, the Dodgers were up 6-0 at the bottom of the fifth, so I'm fat and happy here for someone who's not even watching the fucking game. I'm assuming that's a red snapper, what he's doing. He sent me some fucking picture of a garage with, I don't know what he's doing, but Coach Parsegian, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Sorry about your Yankees. I will say this. We can clearly put the game on when you're over here at Mikasa.
Here's the thing. Aroldis Chapman, who used to pitch for the Yankees and blew many situations, especially in the postseason when it mattered. After 8 seasons, you start to kind of put 2 and 2 together. It's not so much specific players. The common denominator is Aaron Boone. So...
Well,
it's a managerial issue.
You're speaking issue. Greek to me right now, Coach.
No, he's too analytical. He's not a go with his.
I don't know who these people are. I'm running a Notre Dame football podcast. Anyway, Coach, not to be rude. You look, when you come over to the house, educate me there.
There's not going to be. There's probably not going to be a game 3 to watch.
You don't think so?
I doubt.
Wait, do they play tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
If they win, they play Thursday, but there's probably not going to be a game.
Well, where was tonight's game?
New York.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah. It's in New York. The whole thing is in New York. It's the wild card division.
Okay. So wait, they don't play in Boston tomorrow?
No, they should play in New York again tomorrow.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That shows how connected I am. Anyway, not that I really care because I don't. But anyway, Coach, glad you're with us at Coach Ara Parsegian, 2-time national champion. Coach, thank you for joining the Fighting Irish Faithful show. Sorry we're bringing it on a little late, but it's kind of just what we do with you.
I do have one question, and I'm not trying to be political at all with this.
You can be political.
That's
fine. No, stop. Give me all your political and religious thoughts right now. Go.
With the threat of a government shutdown looming, I have seen here and there that this could affect TSA with flights.
No, that won't happen.
You're sure? Because I haven't flown in 11 years.
Nah, you'll be fine. Well, who cares about TSA? They just want to, frisk.
Well, I'm just wondering, is it going through security? Is it going to be easier or more difficult?
I don't think. Just give yourself maybe a little more time or whatever. But things like TSA or air traffic control, all that kind of crap. That stuff. That stuff's fine. The seniors who are worried, am I going to get my Social Security check? Fuck, you're going to get that, right? Give me a break.
No, I know that.
Well, you're not that old, despite the fact that you're 6 feet
under. No, I'm dead. I don't get a Social
That's my
Security
point, right? Anyway, the point is, no, you should be fine with respect to that stuff. I don't think, the world will still continue going. So that'll be fine. I don't think you have to worry about that. If you're really concerned, get to the airport, a half hour earlier, right? Like, you'll be fine.
Well, other than that, my only main concern is getting to the tailgate early enough.
Now we're talking. So spoiler alert for people who are kind of catching wind of this. So Coach Barsegian is coming to hang out with me. We're ready. The room will be ready when you get here, the guest room. It is not in a state where that is appropriate for the standards of this home. But it will get there and it'll look great. So we're going to hang out, and then the plan is to leave my house in the morning and get up to Whitefield at 9:30. There we will tailgate, hang out, have fun, get on the bus, take the bus from Whitefield, the blue lot now, down to the library for the player walk, which is right in the vicinity. Go player walk, and then we can go straight to the tailgate with Dr. Abby and Jason Tiley and our Dos Leprechauns friends. And then from there into the game. So there it is.
What time did you say the lots open? 8?
They open at 8, but it's a function of I do not want to get up at 4 in the morning. So.
Boo. I have no issues getting up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, but you're not going to be driving. Okay, so that's the difference here. Okay, I will be driving. So 6:30 to 9:30 we'll be good to go. I mean, the car's going to be already packed. We're just going to throw some shit in the car and we're ready to roll.
I have, prescribed by a doctor medications that can amp you up. For that
no,
drive.
thank you. I've already been hospitalized once for that, and I'll never do it again. All right, Coach Eric Parsegian, let's talk about Boise here. I have a lot of joy in my heart when I talk about the Boise State Broncos. I'm very happy that we are finally playing them. I didn't go back and listen to my early shows, but I do know for a fact that in the 5th episode I ever did, 5th episode, where I ripped Brian Kelly a new one, I basically do say, Notre Dame, do you have the balls to play on a blue field? I do know this for a fact. That being said, Boise State has always been my number 2 team, and that is a function of the 2006 season and the 2007 Fiesta Bowl. But it goes a little deeper than that, which we'll talk about later. My point is, though, I'm very excited that Notre Dame and Boise are playing this Saturday, and there's no other place I'd rather be, quite frankly, on planet Earth. I'm going to be so excited to be there and see my 2 favorite teams on the field at the same time. Now, what's interesting is Boise State's head coach, Spencer Danielson. He is there now for his 2nd season. But this is the first time he has a better record than Marcus Freeman, believe it or not. 81.8% versus 74.5% for Marcus Freeman. So that's crazy. Okay, they're 3-1, they're 2-2. So on the surface, hey, yeah, they're better. But recruiting,
but he
obviously
plays in the Mountain West.
Well, that's my point, right? Like Notre Dame's recruiting is 10 average over the last 4 years. Boise State 63.5. Clearly worse than what it was at Arkansas, right? But I mean, yes, they're in the Mountain West. It is what it is. Now, if you want to throw some math at it, let's go to Sagarin. They're 49th in Sagarin with 140th ranked strength of schedule, right? They're not even ranked in the top 25 with the AP and Coaches Bowl, right? So that's good. Now, if we really deep dive into this and go into some of the statistics, Notre Dame's scoring margin is better. We've scored more touchdowns than them, and we have played the same number of games. So that's good. Rush defense is actually better for us, which is nice. but their scoring defense is better. Okay, maybe strength of schedule. I don't know. But in the next offensive stats from scoring offense, completion percentage, and rushing touchdowns, we are better. Passing touchdowns, we are tied with them, which is interesting. Here's something that jumped off the page. Red zone scoring defense. Boise State is awful. They have allowed their teams that they have played, from South Florida to whomever, the Air Force, anytime any opponent has gotten into the red zone, they have scored. Boise State has never, ever stopped anybody from putting points on the scoreboard when they got in the red zone. That includes field goals. Okay. And so that's good. That's good for Notre Dame. Red zone scoring touchdown defense, to go just touchdowns now. Let's isolate to touchdowns in red zone defense. Boise State is the third worst. We're showing this on the YouTube channel right now. They're a third worst. They're 133rd in the country. Okay. Whereas Notre Dame is clearly better, right? So that's good. That's good for us. We get in the red zone, we will put points on the board. All right. And that's fantastic. And those are the 10th and 12th most important stats, respectively. There's a few things they do really well. Their total offense, they put up a lot of yard points. Okay, fine. They have more sacks allowed. Who doesn't, right? Okay. They actually have rushed the ball better than Notre Dame as well. So the green here on the YouTube channel, green means you're doing better than a national champion. Boise State is 20th in the country in rushing yards. Okay, so the RTB cup is overflowing here. That will not happen. Okay, I really don't think that's going to happen. Again, because of our rushing defense, right? We're 48th in the country. They're 81st. Okay, so if I took the average of 121 and 221, okay, what am I at, like 170? Right, fine. We'll be fine. Okay, because I don't think they're going to be able to stop us. I really don't think so. We have better talent. We're in our house, and we're starting to hit a drive. We're starting to get momentum for Notre Dame.
Well, here's a quick question.
Go for it.
And I'm kind of being facetious when I say it. Which do you think carries more legitimacy? Boise State's running game or Indiana's participation trophy that they call a college football playoff ring that you've seen recently? Have you seen it?
Negative. IU, as much as IU, we kind of pay attention to a little bit of what they do. I'm not fully versed in where you're going with this, but what I will say is this: both IU and Boise lost in the first round of the playoffs last year. And you could argue Boise's looks better because it was against Penn State in at least a BCS style game, whereas IU just came north to Notre Dame and lost in our stadium. So,
well, I just sent it to our super secret group chat. So
okay,
you can see the picture.
We'll see what the super secret group chat believes of it. I really don't know. I mean, IU is undefeated. They're going to play Oregon in a couple weeks, right? I think both Oregon and IU have a bye going into that game, and I think that game is in Eugene. So I think that game is huge, and I do have my eyes on that one because I think it's kind of a put up or shut up for IU. Like, are you a faker? Are you the IU football team we've always thought you are? Or are you actually like legit and you're going to make this a game? I don't know. We'll let those two teams figure that out, but we need to talk about them.
They get freaking rings for not winning anything.
Well, again, I haven't seen the specifics of what you're talking about, so I don't know if they're physically handing out jewelry. That's absurd. Okay, that's absurd.
Yeah, they are.
If it's actual jewelry made out of metal or some sort of precious stone, that's bullshit. So, a couple other stats I want to jump out with Boise State and things that make me feel really good about a Notre Dame team that we are. Obviously, we're running the ball really well. Here's the deal. the next 4 stats are all in Notre Dame's favor, which is why I think we will cover the spread. I think we're going to win by 21 points. I don't do much predictions on this, but when all 4 of these stats are better, come on, look at this. Yards per point, 3 of the 4 are better than the national champion average, okay? Yards per point, 10.9 versus their 13.5. Rushing attempts per touchdown, 11.5 versus their 15.2. Now, they're better than national champion average, but ours is significantly better, and we have a much better strength of schedule. Let us remind you, their strength of schedule is 140, and we're number 1. Okay, so we have the hardest schedule to date, okay? And we're putting up that rushing attempts per touchdown. Then passing attempts per touchdown with a redshirt freshman. Okay, thank you, CJ Carr. 12.7 versus their 15.8. And then the new stat that we dropped last week, defensive yards per point. Notre Dame is better, 14 flat versus 13.6. Now, it's not better than national champion average. That clearly the defense is lacking. That's a bone to you, Mac. Fine. Point being, TeamRankings.com is giving Notre Dame a 94.4% chance of winning. It's really, really high. We're favored by 17 points. I mean, this is better than Arkansas. This is not better than Purdue, but it's definitely better than the other 2 teams. So it's pretty good. Second best behind the Purdue game. So I'm a happy Fighting Irish faithful. I'm very confident that Notre Dame will, statistically on paper, beat Boise State.
Here's a question. When's the last time Notre Dame soundly defeated someone wearing green?
Oh, here we go. So we haven't talked about this yet, the green out. So the green out is this Saturday. Notre Dame will be wearing green. Now, given the shirt, how it has a darker forest green vibe, I'm hoping we're actually going to deviate from the boring Kelly green that we've seen the last 3 seasons, and we go with a different
wearing
green.
My Weiss era forest green.
Are you okay? So I'm wearing my green, original contraband logo of Fighting Irish Faithful. It's a little washing machine worn down, but that being said, we will see. I did not see anything prior to show about what the new jersey will look like, and quite frankly, I hope they don't post anything on social media. I hope we don't find out until the team runs out of the tunnel. I hope they come out and
they'll post it.
I'm sure they will, which is stupid. They should just let it ride until the team runs out of the tunnel with the smoke and whatever they got going on. So
what's the weather forecast for Saturday?
Beautiful, hot.
Last I checked,
beautiful.
It was going to be in the 80s.
Yeah, Jay had something about this. What did he have? Jay said 83 degrees on Saturday. Check your Accu.
83?
83.
Mine's showing 88.
In South Bend?
In South Bend, Saturday the 4th. 88 degrees is the high.
All right, bring your sunscreen. Okay, that's uncomfortably
Mainly
warm for an October. I was preferring a 70-degree game, but hey, if it's that hot, we'll have water at the tailgate, I guess.
What you're saying is shirtless, green Speedos, and
flip-flops. Here we go. Mike Sloan's bringing the green
body
paint. Should we paint ourselves green?
Oh, we should.
There's not enough green paint in Earth to paint my fat ass. But
are you sure? What if the missus helps?
The missus not only would totally ignore me, she would probably walk back to West Virginia.
If we can get JTL drunk enough, he might do it with us.
Oh, all right. Let's save that one. Let's put a pin on that one. see where we're at. I don't know. Like, doesn't paint prevent you from sweating? Like, wouldn't it be better to just wear a green shirt and then you can have that cooling effect? I don't know.
Well,
where's this show gone? I don't know.
Last year I remember it got warm, but it's nowhere near warm compared to like it is in the South. It's nowhere near as humid up there.
Exactly. What's the humidity? Exactly. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not going to be as bad.
Yeah,
Plus,
I don't
you've
know.
got the wind coming in from Chicago.
Yeah, we'll get a
should
little
be fine.
wind. It I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got to move on here. I've got a few Boise things I got to talk about. You know, if people are like, "Why the fuck do you like Boise?" Here's the deal. I have been a fan of Boise State ever since that game in 2007. And even leading up to that, because Boise was doing good, and it's like, man, this team's undefeated. They're kicking butt. They beat Oregon State like soundly. Who's this Ian Johnson guy? So I've said this before, and I will say it again. And no, I quite frankly did not make plans to speak with my former teammate. Yes. No, I didn't go to Boise, but Ian Johnson and I did go to the same high school. He was a year behind me in high school. I used to block for him, even though I was on second team, but that's not the point. We were teammates, and we both have on our Letterman's jackets the same 2002 league champion patches. That being said, so I take pride in that, in the fact that that's my teammate. So Ian Johnson and I went to the same high school. So clearly I had one eye on him, knowing that he was a success. That dude was fast as shit, number one. Number two, his ability to start and stop was beyond anything I have ever seen. Period. Like, I've never seen anyone start and stop on a dime and continue to just, that was his juke. Like, he wasn't like a shifty Dexter Williams. No, he could stop and hesitate and then accelerate again immediately. And that was why he was successful, because you would just like fall on your ass basically. So very fast and a very strong runner. So why I love Boise is when they came out in that Oklahoma game, they were like the little brother per se of Oklahoma at the time. Grant, Adrian Peterson didn't play, but the point is, like, no one expected them to play as well as they did, and they shocked the hell out of everybody. Now, and it wasn't a single flash in the pan. They did it again and again and again, and Chris Peterson ended up with 2 seasons where his team won their bowl game and went undefeated and wasn't even considered for a national champion. Okay, I am convinced that 2006-2007 Boise State team in the current playoff era would have gone very, very far. They were very loaded, very executed, and very locked in. And it's a pleasure to be able to watch that game. I watched that game live in Utah. I was actually on a skiing trip, but I watched that game live in the hotel and was just loving every single minute of it. It was so great. So these are some of the reasons why I love Boise State. In addition to that, because they're kind of a lower level program, they remind me a lot of Notre Dame. Notre Dame, you know, go historical. Notre Dame was this team in the Midwest, you know, Catholic school, looked down by Army and the Ivy Leagues, right? Like go back in the 20s and the 30s or whatever. Notre Dame being looked down on. Oh, what's this small school? Like, who are you? And then here's this Moxie team that comes in from South Bend with a bunch of Catholic boys, and they're executing, they're delivering it. That's Boise State. Okay, not a Catholic school, obviously, but the point is, like, the way they carry themselves. Like, oh, you're gonna estimate me? Okay, I see how it is. How do you like me now? That's what I like. And they've done it again and again and again. And I think that's great. Something I wanted to show here on the statistics of why I think things are cool with Notre Dame and Boise. I've got here some stats. Oh, this isn't going to work. What is this shit? I've got here, I wanted to compare, this is a stat piece of the week. Want to compare Notre Dame and Boise State with respect to not so much their wins, but their losses. And I got to move my stupid face here. There we go. All right, we'll move my head. So we've got, let's put the chat over here. There you go, Jay. You're still here. Where's everybody else on the YouTube channel? Goodness gracious. Jay, gold star. Speaking of old, I'm out. See you Saturday. All right, Jay, see you Saturday. All right, that's it for the chat. I wanted to look at, since Boise State's win over Oklahoma State, how many losses did they have from 2006 all the way to 2024? And so with Notre Dame, you got, Weiss, Kelly, and Freeman. With Boise State, you had Chris Peterson, Brian Harsin, Avalos, Danielson, right? And so here's how that breaks out: 0, 3, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 5. That's all Peterson at Boise. Then 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5, 4, 6, 2. Weiss in 2006, 3 losses, 9 losses, 6 losses, 6 losses. Kelly's first year, 5, 5, 1. That was 2012. 4, 5, 3, 8. That's the 4-8 2016 season. 3, 1, 2, 2, 2. Then Freeman, it's 4, 3, 2. And right now we're at 2. And Danielson's at 1, actually. Now, so the average of that since 2006, Boise State has had an average over that entire time span of 2.58 losses. Notre Dame's had 3.89 losses. So in aggregate, from a loss standpoint, Boise is a better team than Notre Dame since 2006. Let's not compare New Year's 6 bowl wins. Okay, we won't even need to go there. Okay, what I wanted to do instead was graph this. Okay, so people on YouTube are seeing this. Here's the graph of this. All right, Notre Dame's in blue, Boise is in orange. Okay, I know this is a little Boise colors, right, with the blue and orange, but Notre Dame's in blue. You do not want to be high on this graph. You want to be low on this graph, right? Now, what's interesting is, though, you start looking at the heart rates of each of these. Look at the trends of them. So we put a trend line in here, a green line, or excuse me, a blue line for Notre Dame, an orange line for Boise. Boise is going up, and Notre Dame is going down. One's going down, one's going up. So as much as it breaks my heart that Boise is kind of like, you guys need to turn the page. Now, what's nice is they had 2 losses last year. Grant, you had Janty, right? And he got screwed out of the Heisman. Okay. That's my opinion. But I think both teams are trending right now over the last 3 years and over kind of where we are now with Danielson at Boise. I think both teams are kind of going in the right direction. So, time will tell. Obviously, I want Notre Dame to win this game, but it's very exciting to see the evolution of Boise State and going out there and just slaying the dragons as they are again and again and again. So I'm very happy with that. Questions, comments, concerns from anybody on the panel, if anyone's still listening. If not, we will move on because we are not done. So I talked about Ian Johnson, and I wanted to go through some of his stuff. Yes, he's a former teammate of mine. Happy to have played and say that I have played with that guy, practiced with that guy, worked in the weight room with that guy. He was a year behind me, so I wouldn't say we were best friends, right? But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I was a teammate of that guy, and he knows me, and I know him. Probably not well. Obviously, he's way more popular and whatnot than I am. But anyway, he redshirted his freshman year, and so he was a redshirt sophomore in his breakout season, the 2006 season here. Okay. Why is this hiding? Where is this going? Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. So in 2006, Ian Johnson was 8th on the Heisman list, which is kind of cool. Janty was 2nd last year. Believe it or not, Brady Quinn actually in 2006, y'all probably know this, so I think finished 3rd on the Heisman list in 2006. That was Brady Quinn's big year for us, so hooray for Notre Dame. What's crazy is that in one season, he had 25 touchdowns. Now, Janty clearly broke that in one season last year with number of touchdowns and total rushing yards. But in aggregate, if we add up the sum of Ian Johnson's total touchdowns versus Janty, it's better. Granted, he played one more season than Janty, but Ian Johnson accumulated 58 total touchdowns versus Janty's 50. 4,183 yards versus Janty's 4,769. So Janty clearly is a killer and is doing well with the Raiders. Okay. What's really crazy is the attempts per touchdown. Ian Johnson scored a touchdown every 11.1 attempts he touched the ball. Janty, as a career, only got 15. Was not as efficient as Johnson was over his 4 years. So I think that's cool. Yes, Janty got more yard points, but it's all about touchdowns, all about points on the scoreboard. And that's huge. That's really huge. And Janty got a lot more carries than Ian Johnson did. You know, this is 750 for Janty over 3 years versus Johnson, 753 over 3 years. So very excited. It was really fun to watch Ian Johnson go out and slay the dragon. Not only because he was a teammate of mine, but like if I step back and kind of think of college football or as a program, Boise State, right? Like one of my favorite players for Notre Dame is the Rocket. I think Raheem Ishmael is clearly probably my favorite player of all time for Notre Dame. Golden Tate's probably up there as second. Kyle Hamilton too. But they have this X factor. They have this it factor, this, that, and the other. And these guys end up delivering excellence, end up just bringing a spark to their team. And I don't know historically Boise State football, but I do know from that point when they really popped up, Ian Johnson was that spark. And I think that's worthy of note. To which we're going to try something new here. We're going to run a highlight film that I thought was pretty cool. And we'll see how it goes. And just to kind of just roll things out this way.
Your girlfriend, congratulations. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Tommy, he's going to really do this. All right, Tommy, she said yes.
To help Boise get off the field.
The defense off the field for only about a minute. Here's Ian Johnson ripping through. He may go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Boise State.
I used to block for this guy. It's awesome.
One receiver, there's the pitch to IJ. Going to score standing up. Ian Johnson. And the crowd likes it, and I like it too.
But now the current's only pulling me down. It's getting harder to read. It won't be too long and I'll be going under. Can you save me from
Hand it off to Ian Johnson. Johnson does have a hole, though. He's at the 30, 35, 40. It is a high return play. 40. He got on the 30. He's on the 20. The 10. Touchdown. Like I said, first and 25 is a high reward play. Works every time. Ian Johnson.
If you're on the podcast version, you're not seeing this. Jump over to the YouTube channel on Dose Leprechauns.
Hand it off to Ian. Touch inside, scores. I don't know how he does that.
Just running the damn football, baby.
There's a pitch. Ian Johnson puddles a block, and he's gone. He's to the 30, the 20, the 10. Ian Johnson for the touchdown.
At Oregon.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, Broncos.
He might have had 5 touchdowns in that game against Oregon State. Something crazy like that.
The shotgun gets the snap. He's going to
Oh,
the left side
pitch.
of Johnson to the 25.
Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh,
He tries to stiff arm the defensive back, but he can't get him, and then he bumped out of bounds.
By the way, I love the blue field. I think the blue field is dope. Okay, I like it.
Johnson's got blocking. He's going to walk in untouched. Ian Johnson on the 3-yard line. Louisiana check, cheating up, looking for a blitz. It's another run to Johnson, to the 45, to the 40, trying to get to the far side, to the 35, turns the corner, and he'll get inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Big first down, gain of 20, longest run of the game. Calling signal. Hands it off to IJ. Touchdown, Boise State. And Johnson is in the end zone.
We never called him IJ. Just Ian. In high school, it was just Ian.
Fast start. Oh, he's got a man all alone. It's Ian Johnson. He's got it at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, IJ.
Oh, here it is. Here's the play. That's it. So yeah, that's a former teammate of mine. We both went to Damien High School in Laverne, California. It was a special time for me. Obviously, it was my senior year. He was a junior, so he played one more year, and they were very successful the next season. Didn't win CIF, but yeah, it's really exciting that our high school, mine and Ian Johnson, is actually undefeated, and they take off their first league game undefeated right now in non-conference or non-league games. They're 5-0. The Damien Spartans are 5-0 and facing off against Rancho Cucamonga in the first game. So really excited for Damien. They look really good. Really good players going on right there. Got a bunch of guys with D1 offers, not even heard of. Like in my senior year, I don't think anybody had a D1 offer. Our quarterback eventually actually played at Cincinnati only for like a season, and then had an actual arena football league. That's Nick Davila, if you want to go look that up. But really, Ian Johnson was the only guy on my senior team, but even though he was a junior, who really went to the next level. The only other guy would be Freddie Brown, who I think played at Utah and then did go to the NFL as well. So look him up too. So, but that's it. I mean, I love Boise State. I can't hide it. I will have the hoodie with me. I got to give a little credit to them. But yeah, no, that's why Boise kind of jumps out at me. I do think though that Notre Dame, and where Notre Dame is and where Boise is, Notre Dame's clearly the better team. Has the better, just got a lot more going with them. We should not underestimate this team. But our swath of talent on the offense, I think will overwhelm them. So, we'll see how it goes, and that's really where it is. So I really appreciate everybody who's listened in on the podcast version, people who have checked this out on the video version. Check out the Dos Leprechauns YouTube channel for the little video bit there at the end. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be at the game, so if you want to hang out with me or Coach Parsegian, or if you want to throw a rock at Coach Parsegian. Don't throw a rock at Coach Parsegian. Like just be a man and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? But we will be there with the rest of our other friends. And we're passionate fans. We're happy to engage in debate and discourse. So that is what it is. Coach Parsegian, any thoughts you got? before we shut her down?
2 more sleeps.
Couple more sleeps. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm with you there.
I'll be in touch early Thursday morning.
Okay.
About flight results and all that. We'll see what happens at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Well, we're excited. One of my favorite songs to kind of get me pumped up, animated, motivated for games. We're going to go out with this one. It's going to be a little different from what we normally do, but we're pumped. We're excited. And I'm ready for the Irish to go and kick ass. Let's rev up this race car and let's keep it going. All right? Notre Dame's doing well. They just beat Purdue. We went down to Arkansas. We beat the shit out of them. We got a scrappy, excellent Boise State team. Maybe I shouldn't call them an excellent team, but a Boise State team that, as a program, should not be overlooked by any means. So, Notre Dame, you have what's in it. Irish, Nathan, do you got what you got? Let's kickstart your heart. Let's go out there and kick ass, take names. This is Fighting Irish Faithful signing off. Very happy to do this show. Love Boise State. Love Notre Dame more. And we will see you guys in the North Lot or in the stadium or at the player walk or wherever we see you. We will be there. So check out the Dos Leprechauns / Fighting Irish Faithful flag and you will find us on campus. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Go Irish, beat Broncos.